Wolf, Chad Andrews, at Centercourt 42 on Twitter. Tim Gardner producing. Empire Electric is your man, myth, legend that's sponsoring the show, Tony Palvreni. So Tony Palvreni's the guy. I'm supposed to be speaking into this. Do we need to start from the top again, or can I just keep going? Okay. Tony Palvreni's our sponsor from.
We love Tony Palvreni.
Yeah, we do.
Empire Electric, because they do a lot for high school basketball. They do a lot for Western New York sports in general.
Yeah, for sure. Great guy.
Great company.
We here at Western New York Athletics do not want to make the same mistakes they made on the Philadelphia Flyers radio broadcast last night.
Hey,
if you haven't heard that yet on Twitter, I'm sure you will on social media. We're going to try and avoid. We've had a lot of bad moments on air with like not knowing we were on air and making statements. People want to do their homework and comb through 500 hours of football, basketball, hockey streams that we've done since 2017, 2018. They're going to hear some stuff. Yeah, definitely. You want to, if you wanted to sing.
It doesn't worry me because I am so professional, like whether we're on air, whether we're off air, and people that know me, they know I have one speed, and it's just I'm very serious. I'm very appropriate, never sarcastic, never dry.
I'm as appropriate as I can be, and then there's times when I'm not. So if people really wanted to stick it to Frank Wolf.
Tim, you've gotten to know me pretty well. Would you agree with that?
Would you say is he a pro? A pro's pro when it comes to high school basketball? Yeah, definitely a pro's pro.
No Weisenheimer shenanigans coming from this guy.
You're less than a week from Christmas. Is the shopping done?
That was supposed to be yesterday. Well,
no.
I was supposed to do it yesterday, but stuff came up, so we're gonna see what we can.
Do you know what
at some point
would be great if like you put out like you? I don't know how much heads up you give people that you're going to games. Maybe it's a day, 48 hours, but like if people were smart, they would have like a couple vendors come into the hallway as you're coming in, and you pass, and you could see like some Christmas ornaments or something that you could buy your wife or daughters.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. People need to get on the same page.
Centercourt game of the week tonight. Hopefully, they're selling Christmas gifts in the hall.
St. Joe's.
Yeah.
Nichols
at Joe's. That's
Kenmore
game
Ave.
of the week tonight.
You're gonna end up getting your wife a gift certificate to Curry's.
She'd see right through that one.
I can't use this. Well, I don't want it to go to waste. Speaking of which, what did you do after last Friday's show?
So last Friday, I did the usual. I packed up and went to Curry's and ate a fish fry. That's what I did. But then I made my way over to Amherst after that. There was the Jolly Boy Showcase. Well, it was the Bob Hetler Showcase, sponsored by the Jolly Boys. It's an annual thing that Amherst has put together. It tends to be on a Friday with a game starting at 4 o'clock, and they usually pack at least 4 of them in there. They run them on hour-and-a-half sets, so never really quite gets there, and by the time that last game's starting, it's late. But the highlight of that day, I'll jump right to the nightcap. Kenmore West. Kenmore West picks up a nice win on the road at Amherst. That's been a minute for them. They go into Amherst. They win. They win by double figures. Big second half for them. A 32-16 second half for Ken West.
That's big.
And they end up pulling off a double-figure win. I think they were trailing at halftime. Big night for Harlem.
Big night for Harlem, too, but there was a kid on the team, Noe. Had a couple splashes from deep. I think he took...
Luke No.
Yeah, took Noe? No?
N-O-E?
I think it's Noe.
Okay, Noe.
I think that kid has 2 sisters on the girls' team. One's a 7th grader starting on varsity girls basketball at Ken West. I'm pretty sure that's the kid.
All right. He did have a couple big shots.
Okay.
Nice team approach from Ken West with a standout in Harlem Brannon.
Yeah.
What did Brannon have? 34 points in that one, 9 rebounds, 7 steals. He was coming off 43 night before.
Yeah.
I mean, those two teams are not that far off of each other, Ken West and Amherst. The difference being one has Harlem Brannon. One has a go get you a bucket any possession. And I thought that Ken West's defense was tremendous that night. They played some zone. They were really coming quick with the doubles on that, trapping, getting steals, creating a lot of chaos. Amherst struggled with that in the second half, and Ken West capitalized on it. I think it's a nice win.
I think I go to that Ken West Ken East game tonight. It's close to my house. I like the coaches. Went to Ken West. The game's at Kenmore East.
when you're there,
Yeah.
find out why in the world are we doing what we're doing with this. Here's a call out. I wanted to go and watch the championship game of the Kenton tournament,
Okay.
but I'm not going to because they're playing it at 12:30. That's the championship game. Hey, come on up. Here's your, get to sleep quick, kids. You got to play it first thing in the afternoon tomorrow, a championship game. Just feels like let's hurry up and get this over with and get on with
Yeah.
our Saturday kind of schedule.
Maybe people have Christmas shopping to do.
Drop it a little later in the, maybe, or if you want an early start, tip it at 4. Do a
Get her.
2:34. Too early for a championship game to be on a
Yeah.
Saturday at 12:30.
Well, I know I can watch the
That's
Nichols.
the start of basketball, right? You build an event, you start the game
Yeah.
at noon, and it's an all-day affair.
I could watch Nichols Joe's on my phone and listen to you do that. Another game I want to keep my eye on, though, is that Grand Island Newport game
Yes,
tonight.
I know. That was so last week when I was talking about what the game of the week this week was going to be, I was waiting on results because I was between Grand Island and Newport and this one I'm doing tonight, Nichols
Okay.
and St. Joe's.
Okay. Sweet Home in Action's tonight, too? Maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know what this Ken West thing is tonight. I thought it was all part of a...
I can check the handy dandy View from
Check it.
Centercourt website
Check it.
that has lots of good content, including a schedule.
Ken Morate's coming in at 1 and 3, by the way.
Right now, I don't see Sweet Home playing tonight, but I did see Sweet Home playing when I went to the Bob Hetler Winter Classic Basketball Showcase. That's the exact name. Ish. They dropped one to Williamsville North that night. They got a nice team, though, but so does Williamsville North.
Yeah.
Williamsville North has a little bit of better team right now, and they got the win there. Watched Williamsville South take down Niagara Wheatfield in that one. Evan Pauley. That's a player who I haven't known of Evan Pauley. He's a senior at Williamsville South, and usually you've heard of somebody before their senior year. He was the player of the game at the Cataract Classic. He was the player of the game at the Hetler. He's doing good things for you. He's averaging 14 and 9 a game. He had 24 in the championship game.
Is he stepping up for someone that's not playing right now?
So Nate Wilimski, knee injury at South.
Yeah.
And, same one he's dealt with in the past. And I had talked to him the night of the event and just asked him, how he was doing. And he was awaiting some results and didn't know how long it was going to be. But good spirits walking around. South is obviously a different animal with him in the lineup. It's a nice team, from what I saw, even without him. But he's one of the best players in the area. So
this kid stepping
get
up
him
is
back.
just kind of it's like next man up. Maybe without Nate in the lineup, this kid's role is increased a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, South across the board has one of the biggest teams in the area, if not the biggest, like front line. They've got some size on that team, and that's what Evan Pauley is he's big, he's tall, he's long, and so it's a different attack, a different offensive approach without Nate and looking more inside. Yeah.
Last Saturday was a big day for hoops.
Last Saturday was a big day for hoops. So this same night, though, just to stay on Friday for a second,
Okay.
I'm getting updates on Friday night of some other action that's going on the same night. Justice Kleitz pops off for 52 points, which is his career high.
The Holland game?
The Holland game. It's a Western New York season high. His career high, Western New York season high, 52 points. I hit 10 free throws in the game. Don't know how many. Can't remember how many three-pointers, but that's serious production. That's Ja'Kai Rainey territory, 52 points.
I don't think his brother ever had eclipsed 50 points.
I don't think so either. I think his brother might have had a 40-piece one time. Definitely some
did.
30s.
Yeah.
Different kind of player.
He lived in the 30s.
Lived in the 30s.
He did.
Yes.
He put up 30 a night.
Lived in the
At
30s.
least. Lived in the 30s. You gonna steal that?
I like that. Yeah.
You can have it.
Charlie Kraft's living in the 30s.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
I had a Kleitz question for you.
Okay.
Is he that good? Is he just that good? Is he the only one shooting?
he is a pure scorer.
Holland's not good.
No, they have the results tell me that they're having a down year for sure.
But still 50.
I mean, so like if I think about the schedule that Iroquois has played to date, like the games that he's had 35, 52. We followed that up with 43. Followed up his 52 with 43. So he's averaging 43.3 a game. Is he that good? Like his junior year last year, 28.9 a game. I think he averaged 26 points a game as a sophomore.
Yeah.
But it may be a product of who they're playing a little bit. I mean, their schedule right now through 3 games is Alden, Holland, and West Seneca West. So it's. I think what I would say is that I think if you put Justice Kleitz on Canisius, he'd be their leading scorer. He's a scorer. He would be producing anywhere. He wouldn't be producing 52 points a game playing for that team that I just said. It's more of I think Kleitz is for real. I think he's a scorer and he'd be a scorer anywhere. But I wish that Iroquois took a talent like that and said, let's schedule. Let's get you playing against some competition so that nobody can ask the question that you just asked me.
I got a couple hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Because I don't think these two teams are off to great starts right now. But you tell me different. How much better would Salamanca and Jamestown be if they had a kid like Kleitz?
They'd both be significantly better because Kleitz is really significant. Salamanca's doing pretty good.
Are they?
Yeah. Yeah, they're I mean they just had Dunkirk come roaring back on them the other night, but they were up 17 on a good Dunkirk team.
Was that
Jamestown?
I was going to ask you about that game because we're going to Dunkirk on Monday, but
yeah,
that's not a typical Salamanca team to give up that many points to a team. I mean, did they just start sleepwalking through that game, or?
I think probably Dunkirk found their feels about themselves when they started a run. Sounds like basketball momentum. Sounds like a Salamanca team collectively that just hasn't been in that position yet. You know, kids that are playing their tail off this year, and he's got a nice team, Coach Bennett at Salamanca.
Yeah.
I mean, Carlton Farmer's having a very nice season for that team, and you know about Peyton Bradley.
I love Peyton Bradley.
But I think that team, the guys on the court for them, other than Peyton, they're lacking that experience, that moment where, hey, what do we do with a 17-point lead? What do we do in this team that is probably a little more talented, a little more athletic than us at their place when they start roaring? And I think it caught up to them.
Depew, Faulkner, Randolph, and Maple Grove. They've beaten. They had that lost Frontier, which is playing a class up.
Yeah.
And Frontier's not a.
I mean, Frontier's that's a few classes up, right?
They're not a bad.
They're a double A.
Yeah.
Salamanca's a B.
Physical, yeah. But the Dunkirk loss stood out to me.
I think Dunkirk is better than you think. I think that Dunkirk-Fredonia game is going to be awesome. Dunkirk played a 3-point game. They lost by 3 last night to Olean in a game that they were leading. So Dunkirk goes from coming back down 17 on Salamanca to giving up a lead at Olean and losing in a low-scoring affair last night.
So I want to talk about Dunkirk, but we'll talk about that in a little bit because we are going to go to Dunkirk on Monday night for that game against Southwestern. And the reason why we decided to do that one is, well, we wanted to see the Markham kid.
Mm-hmm.
And the Dunkirk win over Salamanca.
Did you see Southwestern lost again last night?
I did.
Did you see who they lost to?
Yes.
So this is news because Southwestern loses to Falconer. Falconer is where Roger Markham played last year. He makes the transfer over to Southwestern.
Yeah.
So Southwestern essentially picks up Falconer's best player, and then Falconer goes in and beats him anyway. New coach without their guy that led them last year. They go to Southwestern and beat them. I don't know what's going on with the Trojans, but they're not off to the start. Certainly, I predicted them to be in the preseason. You know, there was a big swing and a miss for
100%. 100%. That's why I think there's going to be that much more pressure to win Monday night. In Dunkirk's, after that lost to Olean. Low scoring game.
Yeah.
I don't think they even
42-39, I think.
yeah. So my math's off, but that's 81.
Yeah.
Long pause. Get the
That's
calculator out.
42-39. I mean, that's like
Yeah.
Charlie Croft numbers.
Yeah.
Started with 42. He's had 4 games in the 30s. Like when you're comparing Kleitz and Croft, and both
Well, that's
are
what I was
awesome.
asking. Like
The games that Lockport's won, or the that they've played 5. He's got over 30 in all of them. You got Williamsville East. You've got Amherst, Niagara Wheatfield, Lancaster, and CSAT.
we'll be going down to Jamestown to do the Lockport game next month. It's booked.
We've seen next month.
It's booked next week. Next month. I think it's next month, or maybe it's December 29th.
Oh.
Lockport's going down to Jamestown.
Okay, that's booked. Book it then.
Yeah, we're going.
Sounds like you're
It's a done deal. Norm,
It's happening.
December 27th? Okay. Just a little over a week away.
We good, Tim? You want to take a break? What's your thoughts?
I'm hoping
Tim
someone
says
sends
roll
a question in either
It's not a
via
question.
Twitter or watching this on YouTube. I'm hoping somebody sends us a question or a critique.
So you were trying to get me to talk about Saturday a little bit ago, but I wanted to talk about Justice first.
You talked about justice.
Saturday, though.
We addressed
Next day.
justice.
Saturday was a big day. Saturday was 3 big games for me. That was like, that's a Centercourt day because
It is.
it's 3 different gyms.
It's getting you ready
3
for
games
Centercourt.
spaced out. It
Yeah.
was cool. So Saturday for me started out in Akron.
Yeah.
My first time seeing Akron this year. Akron's awesome.
Akron is awesome.
They are the number 1 small school, and I don't even think it's a question. It's not a question for me. They're the number 1 small school. They're it. That team was dynamic to watch. Everybody knows about Darren Brooks. Slimmed down a little bit. Like I'm calling him the Slim Reaper this year. He is good.
Good.
He is the guy that every team in Western New York wishes they had. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Best true big man in Western New York is Darren Brooks. He does it all. Ben Gerstung in that game, I tweeted the video out. He takes one on the right wing and goes left, sees an opening in the lane, dribbles left-handed into the lane on the attack, blows by his defender, and goes right into traffic and rises up and hammers one down. Boom.
Nice.
It was beautiful.
Saw it.
Did you?
Yeah.
It was impressive. Blake Gerstung, his game has come along tremendously. I mean, he was a nice player for him last year. He's a good defender. He looks strong, making every open look you give him. Those 3, I mean, that is such a big 3 to have together back from last year. Ace Abrams stepping in to play a big role for that team this year. I like their chances. I really do. I mean, I like their chances to get out of Buffalo and maybe try and go make some noise this year.
That'd be good. That'd be good for all of them. Get the big man on a bigger stage.
Yeah.
Help his value go up, and as far as the college prospects go.
Yes.
So, yeah, we need to see him move on.
And you could tell it's a special year to the Akron Tigers because when the game ends, they circle up and they do their little, huddle, their little team time.
We got a
whatever
team.
it is. And there's clearly like this bond that they're saying, hey,
yeah,
bring it in.
we have we'll have a feature on the Akron Tigers coming out soon. We had a reporter there yesterday, and we got some photos in. So,
Speaking of features, I'm digging through Twitter last night at the end of the night, and X, I guess it's called.
yes,
I saw this video that you put out from Wilson Newfane. Well, I guess we'll get to Wilson Newfane, but I'll save that. I'll save it.
We got to get to this Saturday because you were worried that you weren't going to get from Akron to the next location.
So I did. So I missed. I walked in with like a couple minutes left in the first quarter.
You missed the anthem?
So I ripped. I missed the anthem. Yeah.
By the way, when was there anybody at that Akron game wearing a hat taking photos during the anthem?
No.
Good job, Akron.
Nobody.
Good job.
Nobody. Penfield at Canisius.
Yes.
So that's where I went next. Penfield at Canisius. Penfield is a AA team from Section 5. I think that's a state champion. Just gonna throw it out there. One look at them, I'm like, holy smokes, that's a state championship winning basketball program I just watched. They were so good that they went in and beat Canisius, and first half was tremendous basketball game, but then they pulled away, and they pulled away pretty significantly. They were left no questions answered for me. They're better than Canisius. They ended a 13-year winning streak for the Crusaders in their own tournament, and a 27-game winning streak. A lot of good programs have come in and played in that tournament. So it was an impressive run.
Okay. What type of problems did they create for Canisius that they were unable to overcome? What was the glaring difference between both teams?
Canisius is not a big team
this
year, and Penfield has a big man who already has an offer from Siena. He's got more coming in. They have a legitimate Division I big man, and that was the first glaring thing. They've got guards that are bigger than anything Canisius has, and guards that can play. Guards that are better than Canisius guards, and they're bigger. And you know, when the game's over, the kids are sticking around and they're doing windmill dunk show for the fans. Like this Penfield team's different. And
Penfield might as well just
great
move.
guy, Jason Ellis.
Penfield
nice culture going on.
Just move in here because they're sending football teams here, they're sending hockey teams here, and their basketball teams come to town. So Penfield might just become part of Section 6, and before you know it,
we'll take them. We'll take them at least this year.
That'd be nice.
Rent a winner.
Yeah. Why not? Okay. So Penfield is a number on Canisius.
And then Saturday night ends over at Villa, St. Joe's Health Sciences, and my first look at Health. I liked Health. Great to see Amir Moy back. Thought they really played to their strengths that night. They brought Xavier Hawkins off the bench in that one. Now he started the next game, but imagine having that luxury as Health Sciences to have a player of Xavier Hawkins' caliber and be able to pick and choose who you're going to bring off the bench for the night. They're loaded. And they knocked off St. Joe's. Joe's was missing Shanklin, who was having fun in the sun, apparently.
That was a question I had for you when I saw that Canisius and Joe's both lost on the same day. When's the last time that's happened? That's very rare that those two schools,
that's a very good point, Frank. That's when I think back to last year when they were 1-2 all year, and you were billing all three of their games. They were 1-2 in Western New York when they played all three times, and then to have both of them drop a game in the same day in December this year. Shows one season to the next, right?
I was meaning
9 of 10 starters from last year's squad's gone.
I was meaning to go to Max Preps, or one of the websites they use for tracking games. Was meaning to go through and see when's the last time they played in the same night and both lost. I had 6-7 days to do that. I failed to do that, but I still may do that in some free time if I get some free time over the next.
Sounds like an arduous
day or
task.
Two. Yeah. If the Bills are beating the crap out of the Browns on Sunday, which I hope they are, maybe I'll start poking around at that.
All right, real quick. I want the Bills to beat the crap out of the Browns, but I want them to be their typical porous self defensively and let Quinshon Judkins run all over them because I'm trying to win a fantasy title.
We don't want to get into fantasy right now.
We're not. That's why I said real quick.
I took my son's advice, and I benched Matthew Stafford in favor of Jalen Hurts because my son said Jalen Hurts is going to go off against the Commanders. I said, dude, we've been playing Stafford all year. Hurts has never come off the bench. He played once when Stafford was on bye. Why would I do this? He goes, Seattle's got a great defense. It's on the road. It's Thursday night. He just had a tough game against the Lions. Blah, blah. Like, he did okay in the Lions. He got me 20-something points. He got 50 last night. It's the semifinals.
I know. It's my quarterback.
I benched him.
Let's go. So you know what I did? I have Kyron Williams. I sat Kyron Williams in favor of Quinshon Judkins because I also have ETN. So when you make a decision to bench Kyron Williams, who I have not benched all year, and I make this decision because I want to get to the championship, and then you're watching that game, and it's like every time Williams touches the ball, I'm like, get him! Don't let him score. Bring Corum in at the goal line. It all unfolded perfectly. Stafford was brilliant. Williams was okay, but didn't
I had
do anything
Walker as
great.
my number 2 running back because I needed him as a number 2 running back. That's how
So
bad my
fun to
was.
watch.
He had 27 points from me. He was only supposed to get 10. So,
He's tough.
all right. Hertz needs 35 points tomorrow. Saturday. Yeah, Saturday they're playing. I need 35 out of a minimum.
You're watching Centercourt Weekly, high school basketball show.
Talking
Thank you
fantasy
all for-
football.
Yes.
Okay, Saturday. We got your Saturday
Time for
done.
a break? Is that what you said?
All right, quick break here.
Yeah, we'll
West
take-
New York Athletics,
Very quick
Center
to do.
Court Weekly with Chad, Frank, and Tim. We'll be back after word from Empire Electric.
At Richmond Vona, we are seriously dedicated to bettering the communities that we serve. You will get super high level communication, and you are getting a team of dedicated attorneys, paralegals. If you put your trust in us and hire us, we promise to take care of everything. Call us as soon as possible so we can start the investigation to fight to get you the settlement you deserve.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
Or an efficient personal approach for all of your transportation needs. More information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo.
Choose the twos. Get the help you deserve. Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
Education has power. Binghamton University students discover it, apply it, unleash it. Unleash your education today.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate. Choose the twos. Get the help you deserve.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Center Court Weekly with Frank Wolf and Chad Andrews.
Oh, hopefully, yeah, you stayed with us through that extended loop of commercials.
Tim Gardner producing.
Tim wanted to make sure that you caught all of those commercials. a
Yeah,
couple
we got
times,
to
too.
thank our sponsors.
Thank you.
Do you want to get right back into some of this, or do you want to answer some questions from your fans?
I'm gonna stay on it for a second. So I see Health on Saturday night,
Yep.
and I see him again this week against Niagara Falls.
Yeah, when is that game again? Health in the Falls?
It happened. It's over.
Oh, I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Shoot. All the above. You blippity blips.
Maybe the best game I've seen all year. That was intense.
Health in the Falls.
Yes. Okay, so I'm like, I can't say what I was gonna say. Too much inside info. Anyway, Carlos was ready for that game.
I did see that game.
You okay?
He got a tech, a BS tech. I didn't like that tech.
Okay, we'll talk about that. So, Nassan Young gets a couple of early fouls, leaves that game. I think that was a part of everything a little bit because Nissan Young is so important to what they do, health does, and Niagara Falls threw a 2-3 at Health Sciences. Niagara Falls is a man team. They throw that 2-3, and they stayed in that 2-3, and they were really good with it all game, and Health struggled with it. And Nissan is, he's just different. He had a finish in that game that was different, but he is your patient attacking point guard and facilitator. And I just feel like Health got out of rhythm early, and Falls was able to play with a lead and maintain confidence throughout. At the end of the day, they were just better that night. They've always been better than Health, it turns out. They're 5-0 now, all time against Health Sciences.
Okay.
And there's a very good chance that game gets replayed again at Buff State, and
we can only hope.
That's one of those things that if they play again at Buff State at the end of the year, it will be the scene that you want at Buff State, like where it's the overflow crowd. There's 3,500 strong.
Yeah.
The intensity is off the charts.
50 photographers getting in Harry Skull's way.
Yeah, and Harry loving every minute of it. No,
that's the game of the year you've seen so far, though, I'm going to assume.
Yeah, that was the one. Like I judge a good game. If my palms are sweating during a game, it's a good game. Like if I'm like, holy cow, this is a good game, that it actually makes my palms sweat. Yeah. And that's the first time this year my palms are sweating during a game.
I was watching clips of that. I was checking that on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like the year that West Seneca West and Will South played and went through 4 overtimes, I got to a point where I couldn't even get my phone to passcode open because I was just falling apart. It was like, my phone saying, "You are having a physiological breakdown, Centercourt. You need to take a break." I was like, no. Great games out of Lewis Porter, out of Jeremiah Ship, Jivion Westbrook, Niagara Falls. They all deserved some credit for that win over Health Sciences. Okay. It was impressive. Tuesday night, UNY found ourselves in the same gym finally, watching a game. It was nice to see Frank Wolf make a trip down to Niagara County. My wife pointed something out to me that night. She said, anytime Frank comes to Newfane, he calls to find out where to eat. And so yeah, he does. He's lost when he's coming to Niagara County.
Okay.
So you saw the same game I saw.
I did.
He's back. You saw the same game I saw. Did you pick up on this? Newfane playing with a lead, kind of controlling that game.
Mm-hmm.
End of the third quarter, Wilson had been down 12 points in that game. End of the third quarter, they're down 9 points. Routine inbound. Here comes Aiden Newman up the court against the clock. Just gets over half court and lets that three-pointer go. Just on the other side of half court. Got such a good look, even though he had a defender in his face. Like you saw him measure that shot up. Nothing but net. They go running over to the bench. Team's all fired up. That sparked that three-pointer was part of an 18-5 finish for Wilson in that game.
That had me thinking JG3. Remember that dude?
Yeah.
Yes. That had JG3 vibes written all over it. So it wasn't a great shooting night for Wilson.
No.
Until the end. And there's a lot of foul trouble. I mean, Huff was on the bench for a bunch of that second quarter.
Sights and Capon for Newfane.
Yeah, right. So it was kind of an uglier game. It had a great finish, but it kind of an ugly game to watch, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of bad passing, just what they weren't in the flow. Yeah, I don't think either team was really in their flow.
Newfane gets credit for their defensive intensity that they maintained throughout until the end. And what kind of broke that defensive intensity was it started with that three, but Ryan Huff got off a vicious dunk.
Steal dunk.
You got highlights of. And when I was talking about, that's what I found on Twitter last night was your highlight package, your tribute to that game that you put out. That was really good. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done by you.
It was Tim.
Enjoyed that.
It was Tim. I gave him the clips.
Your voice.
Yeah, Tim did all the work, all the heavy labor.
All things are possible.
I missed
Mr. Tim Gardner.
The one highlight I missed was that shot just from inside half court.
You missed that.
I missed that. My son kept telling me you missed it. And then we went to interview him after the game. And I forgot, I failed to bring it up.
Well, so
And not only did I fail to bring it up, as I started the interview, I pressed a pause button or something. So I missed half the interview with those kids.
Nice.
Often, who hit the shot again?
Aiden Newman.
So I missed.
The nice part of your highlight package too is as soon as you got to interviewing them, I just cut them off. Oh, tell me your thoughts on the Huff's like, well, we didn't play our best, but we. That's it. Thank you.
Sorry, guys. I guess we got to do that again.
But so Huff throws down a wicked dunk, gets the team juiced. Right after that, he comes in, follows up, cleans up a mess, almost dunks it again, but just lays back in a
Nice putback.
putback off of a missed shot. Then we find Brock Lepsch open on the wing, drains a three-pointer.
He was having a rough day shooting.
Yeah, well,
But he made up.
he was money in the bank on that last one. Then Huff, another drive into the lane, almost went up and yammed another one and thought better of it and just laid it in. But Huff 6 points in the fourth quarter, but they were huge.
Yes.
Yeah, big finish
Yeah.
by Wilson. I agree. I got while we're on Wilson real quick, we just got to shout out James Madden from Wilson, who throws up a career high 18 points in the Wilson tournament over the weekend.
Good for him.
He had 14 points in his career coming into that game, scored 18 in the game.
There were other games on Tuesday.
Other games on Tuesday, there was Grand Island and NT. See, that's one of those nights where you're picking and, I don't like having to
There's
pick
only
between
one of
them.
you.
I know it. So I stayed close because I live out that way. But
Well, your daughter was also singing the national anthem.
she did sing the national
She did a good
anthem.
job.
Thank you.
She did a good job.
Grand Island needs a free throw by Dane Brown with 0.4 seconds left to get a victory over NT. So, you know what that tells me? NT's as good as I thought they were coming into the year, and it tells me that St. Mary's team that beat NT is pretty legit. So Grand Island, hey, they're getting into the meat of their schedule, that being the league, because the fluff of their schedule is their non-league schedule. It's kind of like Iroquois. You've got a team, but they're not really getting tested outside of some select games.
Yeah. Anybody else on Tuesday night?
St.
Split it
Francis
too.
St. Francis
Okay.
beat Timon,
Yeah.
and it's been a minute since that happened,
Yeah.
and they did it by double figures
We're not sure what's going on with Timon.
in South Buffalo. They went into Timon and got the win.
Yeah. Not sure what's going on with Timon. I can't get the athletic director to call back, email, text, anything.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Weiser and I are not on good terms right now.
Well, let's get you back to good.
Yeah. He's hiding.
He's touching you here.
He's hiding.
You're hoping someone sends him a
A message?
Centercourt Weekly
Yeah.
call out. Frank
Yeah.
wants you to get a hold
Well, I don't know. I'm afraid to go to the game. Like, am I going to have to sit in the auditorium? I want to be on the stage. Good, I want a good seat.
He'll let you up there.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to go.
Now he's mad.
I'm mad. I'm annoyed.
Offended.
Anyways, what about Wednesday? Speaking of Tuesday.
So Wednesday, I didn't make it to a game on Wednesday because the national anthem singer had her band concert.
Okay.
And so I was there for Festivus Christmas. She's percussion. She's in
Yeah.
a jazz band.
Sweet.
She's good. It's like the jazz band. She just holds it all together while they all go through and go off on all their own solos and such. But the big result from Wednesday night to me, there was two big games to follow. One was Canisius going down to Jamestown, but they took care of business
did.
down there.
That's why
they
I asked
really
about
did.
if Jamestown had a guy like Kleitz, how much better would, we know they'd be better, but would they have been able to hang with Canisius a little better?
With Kleitz?
Yeah.
It's a lot of points to make up.
It
It
is.
would have been a more competitive game, yeah. I
Okay.
still think Canisius wins that game.
Okay. Thank you for your fair and balanced opinion.
Well, you're welcome. But South Park beats McKinley, and I think they got them by double digits.
Yeah, that was
6 guys in double figures.
sorry,
for
that
South
was
Park in that
a
win.
major head scratcher.
Yeah, South Park's not a bad team though this year, and I think they wanted that game. I think probably McKinley was pretty happy with how they had started the season. They're going into South Park, and I think that's probably a matter of South Park is a little hungrier and maybe a lot closer in talent gap to McKinley than anybody realized.
Well, McKinley has to understand that they are the hunted. You are going to get everybody's best game.
Yep. And that's sounds like that's exactly what the Sparks gave him was when 6 guys are scoring in double figures, that is balance.
Yes.
That's everybody giving you their best game. So
Was there
major
foul trouble
major
there?
props to Kyle Perla in South Park for picking
Any
up that win.
foul trouble there on McKinley's end that
You know,
maybe they had to sit guys?
I haven't gotten that game report of fouls and such, but I'll see what I can find out, and we'll get back on that one.
All right.
I want to say Burn Knox. Burn Knox over the last weekend since our last show. Friday night, this is the defending Class C state champion. Major credit to them for having a lot back this year and wanting to say, let's put a schedule together to try and double it up, get another state championship. Played on the road at Niagara Falls on Friday night, beat the Wolverines, who just beat our Health Sciences, who I came into the season saying, that's our team. And then they go in the next day and they win at Timon. So that's, that's 2. That's, hey, you're taking the team that's the Niagara Falls and then Timon, back-to-back Manhattan Cup champs, a couple years, couple state Catholic championship games. So big win there for Burn Knox.
What class?
C. Section 2 team.
C.
Outside of Albany, yeah.
I want to ask you some questions. Though. Joe Kraus.
Fire
sent a
away.
question
Joe Kraus,
in,
what do you got for me, Joe?
By YouTube. Joe, how you doing? We love you, buddy. Joe did a great job calling hockey last night for us. So 2 okay games. The first question he has is for you. He wants to know, in your eyes.
My nephew's a big fan of Joe Kraus.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, go on. Continue.
Does Joe know that?
He does now. It's out there.
In your
Right,
eyes.
Teddy?
Who's the most
Big Joe Kraus fan.
improved player you've seen from last year to this season? Is there one player that stands out as the most improved, or who would you say, of the games you've seen, players you've seen, who's taken another step up?
Jazzy Lanzet over at St. Joe's
Okay.
takes a big step forward for me. I mentioned Blake Gerstung earlier as somebody who I thought someone I haven't seen, but I'm seeing what he's doing, and I'm expecting. I think I have a pretty high opinion of him as Kavian Tell from Dunkirk, Junior. So there's a couple names for you, Joe.
Okay. We'll see him on Monday.
Yeah.
Favorite Christmas movie he wants to know. Is there a holiday? Well, he calls it a holiday movie, but is there a go-to holiday movie?
If you haven't seen
have
Bad Santa, I would recommend that.
Okay.
You can't go wrong with your Elf and your Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. I was always a fan of Gremlins.
I can see that for you.
What? It's Christmas themed.
Yeah, it is.
Holidays.
Christmas office party was fun.
The dad brings home a gift for his son. He doesn't know he's going to terrorize the world. He didn't know he was going to eat his grandmother. I would have never bought the freaking thing.
No, you wouldn't. If you thought Grandma was going to get eaten, you wouldn't.
Exactly. Anyways, those are Joe's questions. You're free to send in your questions on
Thanks, Joe.
YouTube or Twitter. I should probably check that Twitter feed to see if anything came in that way. Shout out to Nelson Adams. Have you seen Nelson? We didn't see him at Wilson, Newfane.
No. He did text me the next day about
Okay.
it, but he could not make it. So
Okay.
says I'm going to see him tonight. Says he's going to St. Joe's tonight.
Hang on.
Lancaster, how about the Legends? What do you got?
That's for you. I can't verify that, but that came in, so we'll do some investigating on that. But that's crazy.
I doubt it. I doubt that.
That's crazy.
I don't even want to say what I just read because I don't think that's true. Maybe he didn't play in that game, but I don't think he's not. I don't think he quit the team. I don't think.
Okay. Crazy.
We'll let you know.
We'll get back to you on that one. But that would explain a lot.
But I wanted to say Lancaster
Okay.
beat Ken West,
Yeah. First game of the year.
beat Lockport, beat Williamsville East.
Okay.
There's a 3-game win streak. Now they got Pioneer, then Amherst, Sweet Home, Maryville, Frontier. So the teams I just told you that they've already beaten, Ken West, Lockport, Williamsville East, is there any reason that they can't keep this thing going? Everything I just laid out, like, kind of said it a little bit ago about Lancaster. I think they could be on the verge of a win streak. I really think so. Looking at what they got going on.
Been a while.
Yeah, and I think
Been a while.
it's worth talking about.
Yeah.
So let's go Lancaster. Now, like Lancaster's a team who, when I plotted out my plan of attack for the year, that wasn't a team that was on my radar where they should have been, and now they're on it. So I like it when that stuff happens. I like when these surprises happen. I always like it when a team shows up at Buff State that I haven't seen all year and delights me. Somebody that wasn't on my radar. I try to tell the story, but I don't care how the story goes. I'm just here to tell it.
Well, I'm listening.
All right, listen to this. Ellicottville won the Southwestern tournament. We were talking about Southwestern earlier and trying to scratch our head on that.
Yeah.
We'll take the other side of it and say, let's give praise to Dave McCann and the Ellicottville Eagles for going in and winning that tournament, including knocking off the host Southwestern Trojans by double figures.
Mm.
They got smacked.
That was Saturday? Or when was that?
That was Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday
got
was a rough
smacked
day.
by
We had our
Rushford.
We had our
last
football
night, but
banquet that day, and the weather was terrible. That's another reason why I was surprised that you went all the way to Akron, to basically downtown, not downtown, but you know what I mean, Canisius,
And
and then had to go to Ville. Like
Cheektowaga.
the roads were terrible. How'd you get to Akron in one piece?
You used to go.
Okay,
No, they weren't too bad. They were fine.
well, okay. You got snow tires?
No,
Okay, you got Chad tires.
I got shad tires. Fredonia is 5-0.
Playing up a class.
They're
Yes.
playing in yeah.
Good for them. By the way, Fredonia Dunkirk go at it on January 5th. First time at Dunkirk. First game is at Dunkirk.
I want to be there. I do want to be there for the Dunkirk Fredonia rivalry.
Not
I
gonna
think-
keep
I think
you out of
that's-
there.
That's real this year.
Dunkirk's beaten Lakeshore, Cheektowaga, CSAT, Olean, and then Allegheny Limestone.
And they beat them all by double figures.
Yeah.
They got three guys, Colin Luce, R.J. Koopman, Donovan Dowdy, all averaging 14-plus a game.
Okay.
Doing it with balance. I mean, that could be your CCAA1 winner, your league winner. It could be. I mean, that Dunkirk Fredonia game could be a huge part of who wins that league. That's the league. Salamanca's also in it, trying to make noise. Southwestern, Olean,
Okay.
Allegheny. Did you see that defending state champion Panama, their streak is over?
All good
See who
things
got
come
'em?
to an end. Sherman?
Randolph. Randolph.
Yeah.
Randolph, who Salamanca beat. Randolph was a top 10 team of mine to start the year. Now Salamanca took that spot in the top 10 after knocking them off the Maple Grove tournament. But Randolph finally ends the streak for Panama. They beat them by 4. That ends a 18-game winning streak for the Panama Panthers that began last year, included a state championship, started into this year. Panama's another team who I would have to say they are even better this year than I gave them credit that they would be this year. So
I don't know how many starters are left, if any, from that Panama.
no
I don't think
starters
any.
back at Panama. I think the marquee name that's back that got the most playing time would be Michael Horton.
Yeah, football player too.
Yep.
Okay.
I think it's in their contracts at Panama. You have to play multiple sports, right?
Yeah.
You're either going to be one of those. You're either going to be one of those football, basketball players for us, or you're going to be the soccer wrestler, or
I mean, he's averaging 25
Contract.
points a game. The next closest is Connor Morgan, just under 8. That's a huge
Yeah.
difference. So, anyways, keep highlighting some teams for us. We're listening.
keep highlighting teams.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's highlight St. Mary's. Let's highlight St. Mary's for going and getting a big win over Williamsville North at the beginning of the week. That was on Monday night. I was at Niagara Falls Health that night. If I wasn't there, that's where I would have been. So this St. Mary's team now has wins over Williamsville North and NT, and we know that those are two of the better large schools in Western New York. St. Mary's has beat both of them, and they were tied with St. Francis and St. Francis with 30 seconds left in the game before they let that one slip away. St. Francis has since gone in and beaten Timon by double, so I'd say St. Mary's is a team to highlight.
Yeah.
I got 10 more I want to highlight if you're ready for the extended top 20.
I'm listening.
Expanded top 20. You ready, Tim?
Well,
Tim says good idea. You know what that means? Wrap it up. I want to go. I got stuff to do.
there's somebody dropped off a holiday lunch for us today.
We got a holiday lunch?
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's out there.
All right.
Let's go. What do you got? Number 20.
Number 20. The Lockport Lions. I was considering a couple other teams in this spot, like Iroquois, like Fredonia. I went Lockport because I said they got Charlie Croft, and I'll take that one player. If I'm between things, I'm going to look at the team that's got the player. So I'm going Lockport 20.
Okay.
Number 19, Kenmore West.
They find themselves back in your good graces after taking a week off,
For now, yeah.
hibernated for a week.
They're back.
They thought Christmas break
They're
came
back.
early.
Hey, seeing is believing, you know. You sit over there on Main Street and you watch them execute down the stretch and win a game the way they did, and you see it for yourself, and you see the collection that's around Harlem, and you say, I like this team, and I believe that they're a top 20 team right now.
Good job, Harlem.
18 is Williamsville South. Williamsville South went in. A healthy Williamsville South showed that they can sit there and trade punches with Niagara Falls, and Niagara Falls has showed they're as good as anybody in our area. So I'm going to put Williamsville South at 18.
Okay.
Number 17, the team that is on a win streak and I think could stay on a heater, Lancaster. We talked about them. You laugh, but Lancaster has wins over Ken West and Lockport, who sit behind them. I think they deserve that spot. Frank?
There's no argument.
All right. Well, then stop making faces over there. If you make faces, be ready to argue. Number 16, the McKinley Max.
Okay.
Now, that's going to surprise people because McKinley has been in my top 10, and they were in my top 10, but that loss to South Park comes with consequences, and that sends them backwards. So right now I've got them sitting at the 16 slot, right behind. Go ahead.
Are you going to be calling Dorsey the minute the show ends?
No.
I will.
You're going to call Dorsey?
Absolutely.
Dorsey probably calling me. He can be happy about this.
Dorsey, call us.
He's more unhappy about losing that game to South Park. So right now we're going to slide McKinley out, put him at 16, and at 15 you got to have the team that beat him soundly, and that's South Park. South Park takes the number 15 spot in the expanded, and that is a team that hasn't been in the expanded, and they jump right in at number 15 after getting that win over McKinley. At 14 is the team that beat South Park earlier this season, Timon. At number 13 is the team that beat Timon at the start of the year, and that is Newport.
I see where you're going with this.
Do you? You see what I'm picking up, what I'm putting down? Number 12, I have Williamsville North.
Okay.
And number 11, say hello to North Tonawanda.
The Lumberjacks.
They're inching up.
Yeah.
Williamsville North and NT, I could see both of them cracking the top 10 sooner rather than later.
Okay.
Maybe Lancaster. Maybe Timon fights its way back in. South Park. It's fun. It's early. It's only December.
Early. Yeah.
Only December, and when you expand to 20 from 10, you find out
real quick.
Yep. How much how much parity is in the Western New York this year in this basketball season? It's a good year to make it 20 because there's a lot of good teams or a lot of decent teams.
Yeah. Yeah. With Christmas coming up, what are the big tournaments to see?
You got the Greg Martin over at Iroquois. That's got St. Mary's, South Park, Leroy from Rochester, There's the Joe DeCerbo. Used to be the IA Bowl down in the southern tier. It's hosted at Allegheny Limestone. That features teams, our local teams like Allegheny Limestone, Olean, Salamanca is always in it. And they always play teams from PA. That's a 2-day
That's
event.
cool. That's cool.
The Jim Kramer Classic, which is something that's going on at Nichols this year. That's named after a former coach at Nichols. And I know Nichols plays Hutch Tech in the first round of it, and the other end of that is UPrep and Rush Henrietta. So
Rush is nice.
yeah, Hartman brought in some Rochester teams, so he'll get either UPrep or Rush Henrietta on day 2 of that tournament. There's a Frewsburg tournament with Chautauqua Lake, Falconer, and Brockton in it. Westfield has Dunkirk, North Collins, and Gowanda in their tournament over break. And then there is a South Towns, which is East Aurora's tournament, called the South Towns tournament. And they have Holland, Buffalo Sciences, Hamburg. Yes.
Okay. That all starts next week.
Those are your Christmas tournaments.
Okay. Then it'll be
You know, your in between Christmas and New Year action.
yeah.
Tonight, game of the week, mentioned it earlier, Nichols at St. Joe's.
Yeah.
I'll have Ryan Mountain on color with me as always. We're going to bring you that action. That's going to tell us a lot about the state of the Monsignor Martin heading into Christmas. The prediction was Nichols, and we'll see, can Nichols come in and win a game on Kenmore Avenue tonight?
Is it worth me swinging over to Kenmore East early to check out Cheektowaga and Sweet Home before Ken East, Ken West?
Well, that should be a 6:30 game, right?
Well, that's the 5 o'clock game.
The 5 o'clock game is the Kenmores?
Ken East, Ken West is following that game.
Oh, so I'm sorry, excuse me. Listen to the question, Chad. Cheektowaga, Sweet Home. Is
Yeah.
it worth checking that game out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go check it out.
Okay.
How far is Ken East from St. Joe's? Door to door. 10 minutes?
7.5. Blow a light or two. 7.5. Don't stop.
Sound like a Flyers broadcast.
Radio version only. Who am I checking out at Sweet Home? Who am I keeping my eye on if I...
Sean McGrath.
Yeah, number 4. Okay, what about Cheek? You know your players. Sumter?
Yeah, Brandon Sumter.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Comes after
Canisius.
Friday, yeah.
Canisius is going to Niagara Falls tomorrow.
I know. What time
The
is that
last
game?
time
Isn't that
Canisius
12
went
or
to Niagara
12:30?
Falls? Do you know when the last time Canisius went to Niagara Falls
I
to play
don't.
the Wolverines is? Yeah, I don't either, because it hasn't happened.
12:30.
History in the making.
Not going to be able to make it.
Can Canisius win a game at the Wolverina against Niagara Falls?
I'm going to say riding the high from that win
It's a big
against
one.
Health that Niagara Falls is going to pull that one out. They want to. They want to beat Canisius in the worst way. There's the last 2 years they blew leads against the Crusaders. At least 2 years ago they blew a big lead against them. Was it at your tournament? They blew a big lead? Maybe not.
No, it was at
The Cancer Smoke.
Joe Laveri's turn.
Yeah. The Cancer, that one.
Yeah.
The Cancer Society.
Right on.
Yeah, they blew a big lead.
I'm going to say that Niagara Falls beats them tomorrow. I think
Okay.
Niagara Falls is going to beat Canisius tomorrow.
Okay,
We'll see what happens.
cool.
Monday night, Niagara Falls in more action. They go to see St. Joe's on Monday.
No.
How about the Wolverines? They're all over the place. They're playing the Class C state champs. They're playing Health, Canisius, Joe's, playing everybody.
Perfect. They're going to be primed and ready to go once sectionals hit.
I want to see Niagara Falls against Iroquois and Grand Island. I'm just kidding. I want to see Grand Island and Iroquois play each other.
You think that'd be a tremendous matchup?
I'm just saying, like, they're both teams that don't schedule
Yeah.
world beaters in their non-league games. Maybe they could have scheduled each other.
Food for thought.
Yeah.
You could put that game together next year, but you won't have Kleitz.
Nope. So I'm not going to put that game together for next year because Grand Island will still have Dane Brown.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing Iroquois, though.
I'll get out there. I've never seen a game inside the Iroquois gym.
I have. Good gym. Good action. It's a hike. Girdle.
Wow.
All right.
This was a good show.
It was a great show. What a great show.
This
Tim,
was a good show.
your best work yet. Awesome show. Yes. All right. So thank you to Empire Electric for making things possible for us, and thanks to Western New York Athletics for the studio. Anything else, Frank?
No. I want everyone to have a nice. Well, we're going to do a holiday show on Wednesday, right?
We might. We
Okay.
might not. We got to talk about that.
Ugly sweater.
Well,
show?
there's been some developments at my house
Oof.
that could cancel that, but I'll talk to you.
Maybe we could do it remote.
Maybe.
Sing along. We should invite some in studio guests for that.
We should do an evening show with mixers. Hey, everybody. Merry Christmas.
An all access behind the scenes show.
Right. That's what it would be. All access.
We get better ratings than we do now, I think.
Probably. Probably.
Unfiltered.
Okay.
All right.
So.
Great job, man. I hope you have a great holiday if I don't see you, but I'm hoping to see you before the end of
I feel that.
before we get there.
Hopefully everybody tunes in tonight. Centercourt game of the week. Nichols at St. Joe's. If you can't watch it live, watch it on replay. It's there for you. Thanks to everybody who tuned in tonight. Merry Christmas. If I'm not doing another show before then, and looking forward to coming back here at our next show and recapping some of that tournament action and telling you what I saw when I got to lay eyes in person on the Red Hawks.
Do it.
Let's do it. All
All
right.
right, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, Tim.